Okay, hello, and welcome to my NXT review. A lot of things going on in this show tonight. So, what does NXT really have planned in the next 3 weeks, especially before New Year's Evil? Especially a lot going on tonight. Number one contender shot to see who will face Finn Balor for the NXT title in the next 3 weeks. But we do kick off the show already in progress with Keith Lee. Not Keith freaking Lee. I am getting names mixed up tonight. Kushida and Leon Ruff versus The Way, we're calling it now. The Way of Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory. You know, when I hear The Way now, it just kind of reminds me of The Mandalorian. You know, this is the way, this is the way. You know where I'm going with that if you watched The Mandalorian before. But, yes, we do kick it off with this tag match, though, to kick off the show. One thing I'll say about this match was damn near Leon Ruff botching a freaking cannonball jumping outside the ring. Nearly kills himself, by the way, which he only hit like Gargano, I believe. It didn't hit anybody else. It was a bad looking fall, okay? That was like botchamania type of stuff out there. Hopefully he was okay after that, but he literally missed that whole move and whatnot. It wasn't a bad match, I'll say. A good tag. It ended up with Austin Theory hitting the finisher onto Leon Ruff. Basically he got the win, which, you know, they're kind of at least getting Austin Theory wins now, which he did need it because the guy was on a losing streak at this point. And with him putting him with Gargano now, we'll see what goes with this whole team between, you know, him, Gargano, Candice, and Indy Hartwell, since they're calling themselves The Way now. So we'll see what comes from this. Obviously, you know, Kushida, which, you know, didn't really take the loss right here. They've been protecting the hell out of him since he's been beating everybody. But of course, Leon Ruff was going to be the one to take the pinfall, and Austin Theory hitting his it wasn't that what was it called? Austin something. The whole TKO. I guess to watch, but you know, he ended up going, I guess, to the back since Champ him started to argue for a second. I'm almost surprised this match went as long as it did. Okay, now apparently this Tyler Rush dude was signed not that long ago. I'm surprised he got that much time out there with Champ. I thought this match would have been done at least about 2-3 minutes. So yeah, I guess it was a little bit of a showcase for Rust. Also, don't get me wrong, Ciampa still went over strong, hitting that running knee, you know, kind of what made Thatcher's ear bleed, and then hitting the Willow's Bell DDT for the win. But I was kind of surprised that that this Tyler Rust dude got this much time. Wasn't a bad match though. I'm not going against that or anything. I'm just I'm just surprised they let him. They must be wanting to do something with him, I guess. But I'm like, for a guy we just literally never heard of, how's he taking on Ciampa this long? I'm not saying he took him to the limit or anything, but I'm like, man, I'm surprised it went on that long. But next, as Ciampa was leaving, Thatcher tried to come back and argue with him, but, you know, referees held him back. Right after Malcolm Bivens, I guess, was looking at Russ saying, "You're a star," telling him to come on in. So, you know, I guess something's going on with that. I know they played Grizzled Young Veterans video package going after the tag titles. Also, like a Killer Cross, say Karrion Cross, or just Cross. I just say Cross now. A promo video about him talking about Doomsday and whatnot. They showed Dexter Lumis, who was sitting on stage drawing with his easel or on his little pad and whatnot. Basically, he's going to be the host of New Year's Evil, so I don't know where that's going, but they showed him drawing almost several times at a night until they showed what he was actually going to be doing then. Next, the match, I'm surprised that was not the main event of this show, of Kyle O'Reilly versus Pete Dunne. Whoever wins will face Finn Balor at New Year's Evil. I'm almost about to say NXT TakeOver, but New Year's Evil and whatnot. As everybody came out, yes, Lord Cannon Birch was there as the Undisputed Era, except Bobby Fish, who was still hurt. Spud and Killian Dane had attacked Lord Cannon Birch, but the Undisputed Era came in also, and then Breezango came in, which all those guys were headed to the back, which Pete Dunne and Kyle O'Reilly still staring down at each other, never paying attention to anything that was going on outside. They were just paying attention just to each other until the match started. This was a great match, very enjoyable. Like I said, I'm surprised this wasn't the main event. Was it as great as the ladder match one? Focusing on, but you know, he tried to go for the bitter end. O'Reilly got out of it. You know, suplex, which I on the apron, by the way, which it's like you're on the apron and just kind of suplexed them off the apron, kind of all the way down. I thought his head hit the apron, but like just onto the ground and whatnot. That looked pretty cool. But O'Reilly kind of like put Pete Dunne in the ring, and he ended up hitting like his big diving knee onto the back of Pete Dunne's head, getting the win. So now it will be Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly again for the NXT title at New Year's Evil. So a very good match between both of these guys. I enjoyed it, okay? I still think the latter one was a little bit better, but I did enjoy this match a lot. So Kyle O'Reilly getting the win, going against Finn Balor again. I am looking forward to that. Not saying O'Reilly's going to win, but I do want to see what's going to go on from there. They showed another Xia Li and Boa cinematic where I guess they were beating the hell out of each other. And I guess they were getting beat down, and I guess Xia Li ended up kicking and punching Boa to death. And that the guy, whoever it was that was standing there, kept telling the master, I guess, was telling him just to beat the crap out of Boa several times, beating and kicking him, and they kept showing this mystery person. I swear to God, looked like a freaking Orochimaru from Naruto or something. Listen, I don't know what's going on with this Mortal Kombat training right here or whatever going. This is some Lucha Underground shit. Some people say Jeremy Borash directed this, which I'm sure he did, given his cinematics and whatnot. Like I said, it's interesting, but I still don't know where this is going, okay? So, yeah, she's beating the living dog shit out of this guy now. Like I said, this is some Shaolin Monk Mortal Kombat training here. I don't know if they have been invited to the Mortal Kombat tournament or something, and this guy is Shang Tsung training them, but I got no idea where this is going. I don't know. I'm a little interested, but I don't know what the fuck this is, okay? They've been kidnapped for weeks now, and now they're just beating the crap out of each other. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I really don't, okay? But moving on, Shotzi Blackheart went against Indy Hartwell. Match was going, it was okay. It ended up being a DQ because Indy took the trophy that I guess was imported from Italy and whatnot and hit Shotzi with it, breaking it. They ended up beating up Shotzi and doing the Wicked Stepsister on her, both Candice and Indy, as they stood tall in. They played another cross package, talking about all going to suffer. NXT champion, and he's going to become it again, as basically Cross came out and murdered this Desmond Troy out there, basically Saito suplexes and a cross jacket, and then he called out Damian Priest New Year's Evil. So I guess that's going to be a match. Swerve came in talking about, you know, everybody wants to act like he's pissed off losing to someone like Jake Atlas. You know, he just gets angry when he loses, okay? And he challenged him to a match again next week. Next thing you know, Everrise showed up, which I swear now, I called them Discount Young Bucks. Now they are Discount Cameron Grimes now. Because I couldn't tell which one the other one was trying to sound like. You know, we're Goldberg, we're going to the management, Everrise rules. So, yeah, we got some more goofballs here. Basically, I want to call them another Cameron Grimes. Discount versions, though. Again, more discount versions of people here, okay? Discount Young Bucks, discount Cameron Grimes. Everrise just, I don't know. But in the main event, we got Rhea Ripley versus Toni Storm. Yes, we know their feud from NXT UK show and whatnot, which we saw video packages throughout the night. Not a bad match. I kind of figured what was going to happen here. It did end up with Raquel Gonzalez coming out there to the apron. You know, Ripley was going to go for the Riptide, but like I said, Raquel got involved. And Ripley knocked Raquel over the barricade and whatnot, but when she tried to get back in the ring, Raquel ended up grabbing her, knocking her into the turnbuckle. Then Toni Storm got her with a big running hip attack. Storm Zero for the win as Ripley was in the corner looking on at Raquel Gonzalez. And I'm sure we're going to see a match from this again. So I figured Toni Storm was going to get the win because I kind of expected like some type of interference in this. So like I said, we will probably get a match with Raquel and Ripley, most likely in New Year's Evil. That's what I could see happening from this, okay? So, yeah, Toni Storm at least kind of getting the win right here. They could always go back to that if they want to go through with the whole NXT UK feuds and whatnot. So, we'll see what goes on from there. Other than that, I should say the build to New Year's Evil continues. Like I said, we got a very great match between Pete Dunne and Kyle O'Reilly. Basically, Finn Balor, which he did have a promo video himself, by the way. Let me not forget that. Talking about Kyle O'Reilly. It's not gonna be like last time New Year's Evil. It's gonna be Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly, the end. Okay, so yes, his jaw was broken by Kyle O'Reilly last time, but I guess he's gonna get payback. And we got Priest and Cross at New Year's Evil. So the build begins and continues for New Year's Evil now. What to expect from this, I don't really know, but not a bad episode of NXT tonight, I will say. Not bad. Some stuff should say confusing and whatnot, but because I tell you right now, my friend did not like NXT, and he had very valid, good reasons why. Especially guys that have already either lost or had a shot against Balor already, or getting a shot at him. Because it was one thing I did agree with him was this: when you got Priest, Kyle O'Reilly, and Pete Dunne out there, 3 guys that have already lost, 2 lost at the War Games show, and 1 already lost to Balor. Why are they out there vying for a title shot? He even said the only people that need to be out there is Cross, Ciampa, or Kushida, because Ciampa and Kushida have been picking up wins like crazy, and Cross just got back, which he never lost the belt, okay? He had to give up the belt, so that would have made more sense, and trust me, he went on a whole lot of reasons why, which made a lot of sense too. So NXT was at least something better than it was last week, I will say with that. Don't know where they have that is up online right now. Also, the Urban Wrestling Network. Check out that website as well as of me and other people that review the shows. Don't believe me? Go look it up right now, of the Bodega Wrestling Podcast. Okay, so yes, that's all I really got to say tonight. So other than that, I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.